Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So, some actors entertain us, a few even make us think, but once in a while, one of them seems to see the future. Jim Carrey didn't just make movies, he made mirrors. Each role carried a message, a warning, that one day the line between the truth and illusion would disappear. His films didn't predict technology, they predicted psychology. They foresaw how humanity would fracture, one version of ourselves for the screen and another for the soul. So back in the 90s and early 2000s, while we laughed at his chaos, Carrey was quietly mapping the emotional landscape of the 21st century. A world of masks, curated realities, digital gods, and manufactured happiness. So tonight, we're not reviewing movies. We're decoding the prophecy. Welcome to the Truman Prophecy, where the past of cinema reveals the future of us. In 1994, The Mask looked like pure cartoon mayhem, a timid man unleashing his wild, exaggerated inner self. But beneath the slapstick was a revelation: the danger of performance without consequence. And today, that mask is digital. We curate avatars, filters, and online personas that shout louder, laugh harder, and live freer than we actually do. And like Stanley, we become addicted to the power of pretending. Carrey predicted the influencer age, when identity became an interface and authenticity an afterthought. So liar, liar, a man cursed to tell the truth in a world built on deception. Funny then, prophetic now. We live in an era where truth feels optional, bent by algorithms and bias. Liar, liar foresaw a society where honesty would be punished and that spin would be celebrated. In 1997, Fletcher's curse was comedy. In 2025, it's now the news cycle. Carrey showed us what happens when the truth becomes unbearable and how easy it is to trade integrity for convenience. And before reality television, before live streams, before the metaverse, there was the Truman Show. A man unknowingly trapped inside a curated illusion, his every move broadcast for entertainment. Now today, we are all Truman. We film ourselves, document our meals, track our steps, and volunteer our data. Truman fought to escape surveillance, while we embrace it and call it connection. And Carrey's message was timeless. When everybody's watching, the only rebellion left is authenticity. So Charlie's polite half and Hank's violent alter ego weren't just comic opposites. They were psychological prophecy. Today, our personalities are fragmented across timelines and platforms. At work, we're calm and composed. Online, we rage and react. We're performing two selves that rarely meet. Carrey's film captured what would become the defining trait of our century: a collective split personality disorder disguised as, having a brand. The illusion of control in Bruce Almighty, where Bruce gains divine power and instantly uses it for personal gain. What starts as wish fulfillment ends in chaos. Now humanity sits in Bruce's chair. We engineer weather, gene edit life, and train machines to think for us. We confuse ability with wisdom. And Carrey's story warned that power without humility leads to collapse, and that even gods need some limits too. So what began as a film about optimism reads differently now when we discuss Yes Man. We say yes to everything. Every ping, ad, and algorithmic demand. Refusal has become rebellion. Carrey's character learned that saying yes means nothing if you've forgotten how to say no. And in our overstimulated era, that's not self-help, that's survival. So, in eternal sunshine of the spotless mind, two lovers erase each other to escape heartbreak. A poetic fantasy and a perfect metaphor for our digital coping mechanisms. We delete messages, block memories, and curate only what feels good. We've built technology that mimics forgetfulness, but we have yet to create one for forgiveness. Carrey's film reminds us you can wipe the record, but not the residue. And healing demands remembrance. So in closing, across every role, Carrey explored one truth: humanity is divided between chaos and calm, between control and surrender, between the person we are and the one we perform. He wasn't just acting, he was documenting the spiritual symptoms of a civilization that hadn't yet arrived. And now that we're here, we realize he warned us in plain sight. Maybe that's why Jim Carrey walked away from fame, because the prophecy had already been fulfilled, and the rest of us still trapped in the rerun. So you're watching the Truman Prophecy, where fiction isn't fiction anymore. So remember to like, subscribe, and remember, if you ever start to question your reality, you might already be part of the show. And until next time, everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.